Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Brickanista Broadcast Network. Happy Super Bowl Sunday. At least it was for me and also Vicarious Brickstress. Thank you for joining me on this little journey that we're trying out today for the first time. So I am now co-streaming both on YouTube and on Rumble right now. At least I hope I am. Fingers crossed. I'm checking the chat right now just to see if everything has come through properly. If you can chat, please let me know in the chat where you are. And hello, Katie Lego for Fun. Hello. And I see you're on YouTube, so glad to see that. Yeah, I am trying something different. Normally, on Sundays, I would be streaming on YouTube or on Twitch, but I've mentioned this several times that the Twitch platform isn't really something I'm really comfortable with. And I've been trying to do something a little bit new because I wanted to use that time slot instead of using another YouTube time slot, is to try another platform. So right now we are co-streaming on YouTube as well as Rumble. And I see that also. Hello, Remy. What did I think of the game? I love the game. The game was amazing. I was watching it with Vicarious Brickstress. So we were like sorting and chatting while things were going. And hello, Zach Martinez. Good to see you. Happy post Super Bowl post show. Yes. But I wanted to just mention I'm trying something new. And I got inspired by Russell Brand. So some of you may know the comedian. You may not agree with him. But what he does is he co streams on YouTube and on Rumble because Rumble is a non censored platform. So he can say, the G-rated things on YouTube and then go over to Rumble. And the reason why I wanted to try out Rumble is not so much because of the non-censorship, but because the platform is a little bit more similar to what I'm like as far as just being able to talk and chat and build. Because on Twitch, you have all these emotes you have to keep control over. You have other raids that you do, and I got to the point where it wasn't fun for me anymore. And so I still will be in Twitch every now and then, probably uploading videos, but my live streams are going to be on this platform as well as on Rumble. So yes, and hello, Brick Literacy. Hello. I was also sorting and chatting during the game. Well, if you had tuned into my 1 o'clock stream, I had mentioned if you want to just chat like behind the scenes before going live, we have StreamYard as a platform. That's where Vicarious Bricksters and I were chatting while the game was going on. So if you listen to my 1 o'clock stream, you'll notice that I was cheering for the Kansas City Chiefs. So spoiler alert, if you haven't seen the game yet, in fact, I'll just mention this, that um, I I normally don't cheer for the AFC teams. Normally, I am a national football, the National League rather than the American League. But in this case, I really wanted to see Kansas City win 2 in a row because that will prep them next year to possibly get 3 in a row, which would be fun. But the other reason is that I really think the Seahawks really were pretty aggressive with the Niners in that last game. I mean, we ended up getting taken out by a couple different players, and it was really bad. So Vicarious Brickstress are coming through loud and clear on Rumble. Oh, good. I wanted to check because on this interface it says you're coming in through YouTube. At least the little icon shows a YouTube icon. So this will be a test. I'm going to stream here for probably about 30 minutes. And this is what happens with the co-stream, is that this will be happening in parallel. And then I'll shut down the YouTube stream. And then I'll still continue to stream, but you'd have to go to Rumble to watch the rest of it. And so today what I have planned is we had this discussion about this set that I got as a gift. And this is the Forest Fire set. And we were talking about Clemens. And I said, Clemens? I didn't know that the firefighter had a name. And somebody in the chat had mentioned that he actually appears in several sets. So we're going to review that in a little bit. Hello, friends. Spot the Magic Ninjas here. And see you later, Remy. You got to go? Heading out? Have a great night. Yeah, it's late for you. I know. Thank you for stopping by. And Weirdly, there's a delay on YouTube. Rumble's coming through sooner. Oh, really? Interesting. Okay, good to know. I'm glad that you're testing Rumble for me too. You have to go to? Okay, no problem. Thanks for dropping in, Katie, for Lego. Really appreciate that. And yeah, so you all are part of this journey, my very first Rumble slash YouTube co-stream. And we're going to see how things go. And the other reason why, and for those of you who've followed me for over the last year or two, back in October of 2021, I set up a locals.com account. So locals.com is very similar to Patreon. I already have a Patreon account. It's all set up. But what's great about Rumble is that Rumble is automatically tied to locals.com. So I could put special content on locals.com for people who want to subscribe. I have not done that. I haven't tested it. I haven't done anything over there, but the interface is there. And I've already got that locals.com account set up. So we'll see where that goes. I'm probably going to think about it some more, but I do think that my Sunday night streams are going to be on Rumble with the same kind of format. We'll start on YouTube because there's a lot of people who are on YouTube, people who may not know me yet, and then we'll start building a platform on Rumble. And there are a couple of brick builders on Rumble, not the ones you typically see. So this will also introduce us to a new audience of Lego streamers that are on Rumble. So I'm actually really excited about it. I think it's going to be a good thing to check out. And just checking here. For those unfamiliar with Rumble, can you elaborate on if it's an app, a website, both? Yeah, it is just like YouTube, where you can just go to rumble.com/, and I think you can do it just /Brickanista. But if you don't go to my page directly, here, I will put this up, rumble.com. So it's another streaming platform. But what's great about rumble.com is that, as if you probably have noticed from some of the hearings that you've heard about Twitter and other of the big companies, and YouTube is one of them, is that sometimes they will ban content from a content creator. And Rumble has made a pledge that they will not do that unless it's like pornography. You can't post that, or anything that's going to harm other people. So I'm not really paranoid about my content being struck by YouTube, but I think it provides another platform and another audience that, you know, people can use. And I think I'm one of the few Instagram Lego streamers who will be using Rumble. So we'll see if we're going to start a trend. Like, just like when TikTok first came about, all of a sudden a few people from the Lego community were doing TikTok. Now everybody's doing TikTok. So I'm hoping that this might be the start of something really awesome, where we can build more community and some other content that we can create that's only for our community. I'm looking forward to that possibility. So, and I believe it's also an app on your phone that you could also do. So we're going to give it a good test, because right now I'm about 14 minutes in right now. So when it hits the top of the hour, I'll say, okay, we're going to stop the YouTube stream and we're going to go over to Rumble. So if you're not over there already, Vicarious Brickstress is helping me out because I asked her to start on Rumble. And so she is actually doing the test. And that's why she said, apparently the Rumble stream is coming through faster than the YouTube stream. So it's a really good test right now. But let's see. Great, thanks. Yes, you're welcome. So, okay, so let's talk about Clemens, shall we? So this set I got as a gift for the work I've been doing with Portlug. So for those of you who don't know, I'm a member of the Portland Lego Users Group, and I've been helping them with some of their communications and also especially their Zoom meetings. And so they said, oh, we have this gift for you. And I looked at it and it was like so cute. It's a firefighter's little buggy, and it has these shooters where you shoot the water. And the other thing I like about this is it has this really cool owl minifig in there. So it's got the owl minifig. And then when I was looking at it, it said Clemens. What is this Clemens person. So we're gonna do a little bit of research on that. I've already got pulled up a Bricklink tab, and so I'll be sharing that. In fact, we'll share that on Rumble. We'll see how many how many people come over to see the origins of Clemens. So let me go ahead and add my down camera here. All right, so you can see I've already opened the box because one of the things I was working on, in fact, this is a kind of a preview to the 2-minute tech tip. For Valentine's Day, I was mentioning about how these mini builds used to be on the website for Lego. You can still get the instructions, but you have to put in the acronym MMB for monthly mini builds. And they used to have a whole section where you could just click on the icons for all of the different things. So you can take a look. I think this one's maybe from 2020. It's called the Wish Fountain. So I really thought this was really cool. And these little 1x1 trans pieces, I didn't have them in my collection. So thankfully, I had only one actually. Oops. And thankfully, what happened is that this set has a bunch of them. So I rated this set. That's why it's open, so I could finish this. And I'll be doing a 2-minute tech tip on how to search for those MMB builds. I don't know if everybody knew about that. Maybe you already knew, maybe you didn't. And then also the other little tech tip I have is how to have a baby holding something. So one little trick is that the distance between the baby's hands will hold a stud or a pip, as we've learned from Spot the Magic Ninja. And you can just finesse it, so then that way the baby is holding it. And as you can see, I have it holding a little square dot. So it's like the baby's presenting a Valentine. So this is going to be my Valentine tech tip, and you can put your little baby there. So I think it's cute. Anyway, that's a preview. I'm going to be doing in that 2-minute tech tip over the next few days, or actually either today or tomorrow. It's got to be before Valentine's Day. And I'm not going to be streaming on Valentine's Day. I'm going to be taking that day off. But just wanted you to know that there's some changes to the schedule. In fact, let me see if I have this. I showed this at the other stream, so I think I still have it available. And yeah, so this is the new schedule. And I just realized, let me see if I could take this off. There we go. So this is the new schedule, and Rumble is replacing Twitch, and that this week, February 14th, I won't be having a Builder Insights, but we will be doing Thrifty Thursdays at 8 o'clock. And then right now on Instagram, there's no challenge for the month of February. So that is the plan for now. And I'm going to work on getting a schedule like that on a consistent basis. So then that way people know what's happening for the month of March coming up. I've been talking to Debo. We might be doing a Rebrick This challenge, for example. So stay tuned. But this should be pretty fast, and I've already streamed once today, and like I said, this is primarily a test to see how things go with Rumble. And it's interesting. If Vicarious Bricksters, if you could put another comment, because it seems like your comments keep showing a YouTube icon in there. And I wonder if that has to do with the interface here on StreamYard. Okay, so I'm guessing we're going to be working on this minifig. Yeah, so going back to the game. For those of you who did not watch the game, spoiler alert, Kansas City won. And it was just an amazing game. It's a great kind of Super Bowl game where it's very close. You have two very strong teams. And there was one point where one team was ahead and another point where the other team was ahead. And then it came right down to the wire and they were even and tied up. And you're like going, oh my gosh, is it going to go into overtime? And it did have the possibility of going into overtime. But it was a lot of drama from that point of view. And thankfully, there weren't, any massive injuries. Nobody had to be like carted off the field. There was a point where Mahomes looked like he got hurt and he was limping off the field, but he came back. So yeah, it was really, really good. Just it was like the kind of Super Bowl game you like to see. And here we go. Look at that. Nice helmet. So this is our buddy Clemens. Oops. I think I had the helmet on backwards. Yeah, you want to see his face. So that's the dude, Clemens. And as you can see, it's got the gray gloves for the firefighter, which is nice. Spot, I think the same thing. Up. How do you not get streaming fatigue? Oh, well, part of it is because this keeps me accountable. When I'm streaming, then I know that I'm, if I tell myself, yeah, I think I'm going to make this set, if I don't know that there's an audience there and I just have to do this on my own, then it's kind of like, I could do that tomorrow. I don't have to do this today. But I also get energized by just the comments and the chat and how people, give me really good ideas. And it goes back to what I mentioned at the 1 o'clock stream that, I met with Yano on Tuesday. So she provided the tech tip of how to adjust your minifigs. But in that conversation, she mentioned about don't let trying to be perfect get in the way of your productivity. And I've been thinking about Rumble for at least, I want to say, 3 to 4 weeks. I've been thinking about locals.com for over a year. So it's kind of like all of this converged. And I said, I'm just going to do it. I am just going to go ahead. And I haven't liked Twitch. And most of the people who follow me, they said that they don't follow really a lot of other Twitch streamers. They just follow me because I'm over there. So I figure, if you'll follow me to Twitch, maybe you'll follow me over to Rumble. And it sounds like I said, I'm going to, in 8 minutes at the top of the hour, I'm going to shut off the portion of the YouTube. So this is a good test for me to see if I know the technology on the back end. But I'll still be streaming, so you'll have to try out Rumble if you want to see the rest of the build. If you don't want to go to Rumble, you don't have to go to Rumble. I'm not saying you have to go there, but this is a test of, this new platform, at least a new platform for me. Apparently it's been around for a while. I think it was like 2003 I was reading that it's been around, but it got a lot of traction in 2020, especially with all of the censorship that was taking place. So a lot of creators started moving over there. So one of the things I learned when I was watching the hearings for Hunter Biden's laptop is how much censorship Twitter had done, because there were Twitter executives that were testifying on behalf of or in front of Congress. And I was thinking to myself, if somebody said, okay, you talked about Clemens. How dare you talk about Clemens? I don't want you talking about Clemens because Clemens is a bad minifig, and then what is my recourse for keeping my content about Clemens active? Because these tech companies, have control over the content that's released out there. So the whole idea of Rumble is to provide another platform of, speech that people can, provide their points of view. And I'm not planning, don't worry, when you go over to Rumble, all of a sudden I'm not going to be, spewing all this political stuff. But it really is an alternative platform for growing my audience and also thinking about what other things would people want besides streaming. And one of the things we've already been talking about is doing meetups at conventions. So I thought one of the cool things that we could do is start, having special events for people who are supporters. So that's another reason, and that's one of the reasons why I said, we were talking to Yano, and I've been waiting to have things like fall into place. And I said, I think I should probably just do this. So let's see. I'm going to catch up on the chat here. Oh, streaming fatigue. That's as good as the defunct Lego promotional calendars, Brickanista. Okay. And this comment is sent via YouTube. Oh, okay. Interesting. So thanks. You're sending them both back to back between Rumble and YouTube. Yeah. Okay. And I think hopefully Rumble has decent notifications. That's what I like about YouTube. Yeah. And that's why I'm going to co-stream on both platforms, so that you do know that I'm going to be streaming, and it'll probably be the same model. And a lot of streamers do this, is that they'll start on YouTube just to grab the audience, and then they all move over to Rumble to kind of finish. So that's kind of the plan. At least that's what I'm thinking in my mind. And we'll see where it goes, because if it ends up that people say, Rumble kind of sucks, maybe we shouldn't do that, then I'm perfectly flexible on that. But people might actually like the platform. I know that so far what I've seen, it is actually pretty robust. And the other thing I like about it, which is why I haven't been too happy about being on Twitch, is that I don't have to worry about emotes. I don't have to worry about rating people. If I do want to try to monetize, I can monetize with the locals.com connection. So that it's actually going to be, I think, a good thing to test to see if it's something that will work for this community. And there's always YouTube. We always fall back to YouTube again, too. So I'm not getting rid of YouTube. I'm just using it as a kind of a bridge between YouTube and also to Rumble. So with that, 3 minutes from now, I'm going to stop that YouTube stream, and hopefully I won't lose you all, except for Vicarious Brickstress, who's already over there on Rumble. And we'll continue this discussion, because I think, from what I can tell, like I said, the interface is compatible with StreamYard, which is the platform that I use to stream. And it's got some really good features with the interface between different things. I could also pair it, I believe, it's already paired with YouTube, but I think it could also be paired to Facebook if I want to. So I could stream content to Facebook as well. So yeah, there's a lot of cool things to consider. Now this has these, I think these are technically Technic pieces, 1x2, but these are going to go in the back. And 2 more minutes. So I'm looking for a place that's going to be a logical stopping point. So pretty soon. Yeah. This is cute too, because they have the little accessories. So this is this is, I think, like a fire extinguisher. And I think this is a 4+ set. So the other good thing is no stickers. No stickers, and you get a minifig, which should be a lot of fun. I'm just checking on the chat here. Brick Rodeo will be fun this year with you, Remy, attending. Okay, so great. You're going to be there too, right, Zach? Yay. Glenn Copeland should be there too. So has anyone else announced they are attending? Anyone from Tricky Lug and or Port Lug, Sea Lug? I'm not sure about Port Lug and Sea Lug, but I do know that Glenn, that's his home convention. So he's very, very excited that we all are going to be there. Because I was mentioning on a stream the other day about how I've met several of you in person already. So I've met Remy already in person, and I'm hoping to meet Vicarious Brickstress when she comes over to the U.S., when she comes to see the eclipse, which is coming next year. Yeah, I know. It's hard to say next year. It's already 2023. Okay, so I think now is a good time. Okay, so folks, I'm going to head over to Rumble, or actually I'm already there. You're not over there. So if you're on youtube.com, head on over to Rumble, because I'm going to close this stream down. This is the test that I was mentioning. And for those of you who are watching the video, And I'm doing this co-stream on YouTube and Rumble, and we are working on this set here. This is the Forest Fire set, or the Fire Forest set, and this is the one that comes with Clemens, and we're going to have a discussion about Clemens the minifig and where he appears.